This is Ganesh. So we can start our session now. I hope my voice is audible to everyone. And I try to share my screen now. Okay. Okay, all of the members able to see my screen now also. Okay. In the last class, we were discussing about so what are the different types of commands. Okay, what are the different types of radial commands and DML commands and DCL commands and TCL commands, am I right? So we're already discussing about this. Okay, and another thing we are discussing about the SQL functions also. So SQL functions and another thing data types. Okay, in the last class we are discussing about different types of functions. So those are, I think, if you're having any type of the system availability, you please try to practice on. Please try to practice once those commands. Okay, so another thing, today we try to discuss about the SQL operators. So like different types of arithmetic operations, logical operations, and comparisons. So different types of comparisons are there. So which type of operators are we are used in the SQL? So those type of topics are we discussed. Okay, before going to that, so try to revise what we discussed in the last class. Okay, so in the last class we are discussing about the ASCII. So we're already seeing about that. So in the case of ASCII, so when we are using the ASCII function, so it will be written the ASCII value. For example, how we are using that. So in the last class also we are seeing that. So we can try to practice parallel. So don't try to create any type of the disturbance in the class. Okay. I hope my voice is audible to everyone and my screen is visible to you. Okay. So now initially we try to search SQL, then we appear run SQL command line on the screen. Then it will be display the prompt like this SQL prompt. Okay, then you can use connect, and another one CS 511, CS 511. Okay, okay, connected. So how we are using the ASCII in the last class. So I hope all of the members able to see this screen, right? Select ASCII, select ASCII. Here we try to give the particular ASCII value, for example, a small a from jewel. 97. So if you are giving the capital A, 65. Okay. So if you are giving the small b, so R capital B, 66. Okay. In this type of it will be returns the ASCII value of that particular character. Okay. So that is the function of ASCII, and we are discussing about the concatenation. Select concat of, for example, here we are consider CRR ENGG from GWL. GWL means it will be receiving input from the system. Okay. In the same way, here we are displaying the length also. Select length of the particular string CRR ENG and WRING. Engineering from GWL. Okay. So in the same way, here in the last class we are missing one thing. So that is L trim. So I'm just posting the word pad in the group in the yesterday after the completion of class. So you can check now. Select L trim. For example, maybe I write like this CRR ENGG. Okay, here we try to mention. So which type of things will be trim? CRR, for example. Okay, from GWL. If you are observing here, so here we are mentioned actual test here. So next we are mentioned, so which is to be trimmed. So CRR is to be trimmed. So that's why. So CRR is removed and ENGG is displayed. In the same way, if you are giving here R trim, if you are giving R trim, so then here we try to mention which type of test is removed from the right side. Okay, for example, GG. Then CRREN. Okay. So I think in the last class we are not able to complete this. Okay. In the last class we are not discussing about this clearly. Okay. Actually, syntax is different from one version to the another version. So that's why we are facing some problem. Okay. In the same way, here we are mentioned LPAD also. LPAD, select LPAD. Okay, and here we are mentioned, for example, CRRE and total length of the string, for example, 10. So here we try to mention the particular symbol from GWL. If you are observe here, so left side padding the characters to the given test. So in the same way, we can assign the from right side also. Okay. And another thing here, we are discussing some other functions. So those are, so we try to see. Okay. Please just wait here 1 minute. Replace. So how we are using the replace? So for example, here specifying the actual test. So which is to be replaced and what is to be replaced. So where to be replaced and what is to be replaced. So I think you are understood this. Select replace of, for example, here CRR ENGG. Okay, here we are mentioned ENGG. Okay, so this is to be removed and this is to be replaced from GWL. CRR CSC. Actual the test is CRR ENGG. Okay. Okay. So next lower and upper init cap. So all these are we are already practiced. So and these are the mathematical functions. Ceil means nothing but it will be rounds to the its nearest nest value or greater value. So just to try to see one example, select ceil. Okay. For example, 34.2 from GWL. So then it will be rounds to its highest greater value. So in the same way, if it is floor, okay, for example, if we are using floor, so it will be considered only below value or less value, okay, 34.8. So it will be written 34 only. In the same way, we can use the round also. Round 34.8 means 35. So 34.3 means 34. Okay. So in this type of way, we are using the mathematical functions also. Okay. And we are using some date functions. So how many number of months are added to be the specified date. So in the last class also I'm saying about that. Okay. How many number, what is the date to be, how we are displaying the date today. Select sys date. So actually here I am typing capital letters. There is no need to type the capital letters. So we can use the small case, lowercase letters also. Select sys date from GUL. So then it will be written the current date. So in the same way, current time, select sys time stamp from GUL. Okay. So all these are we are discussed in the last class. Just I try to revise now. Okay. And here we are adding months. So I will try to display, I will try to send this material in the group. Don't worry about this. And to care and to date. Okay. So these are we are discussed in the last class. Okay. So now we try to discuss about operators in SQL. Okay. I hope all of the members able to see the screen clearly. First of all, you try to see what are the operators here. So then we will able to discuss one by one. So operators in SQL, in the exam point of view also, this is the one of the important question. So explain different types of operators in SQL. So what is an operator? Operator means nothing but performs an operation. Am I right? So an operator is a reserved word or a character is primarily used in SQL statement where class to perform operations such as comparison, arithmetic operation. So these operators are used to specify conditions in SQL statement and to serve as conjunctions for multiple condition in a statement. So that means operators are used for to performing the operation, right? So maybe arithmetical operation or logical operation or comparison operation. Okay. So here we are consider these operators: arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, operators used to negate conditions. So arithmetic operators means nothing but plus, minus, star, division. Comparison means nothing but double equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Okay. So next one, logical operators means and, or. So and operators used to negate the conditions means not. Okay. So if you observe here addition, so we will be directly use the plus and minus, star, division, modulus. So plus is used for add values to an operator. So a plus b will give 30 if the a value is 20 and b value is 10. So in the same way, perform the subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay. Modulus also. So here we are discussing about the comparison operators. A equal to b, a not equal to b. So greater than, so less than, greater than, less than means not equal. Okay. So we also know about not equal. So in the same way, here we are using less than, greater than symbols are used. So for example, here if we are observe, so a less than, greater than b. So that means a is not equal to b. Okay. So greater than equal to, less than equal to, not less than, so not greater than. So these are the logical operators. Okay. So now we're discussing about the logical operators. Okay. So logical means we also know about that and, or, not. Am I right? So in and is used for verifying the both conditions are true. So our condition is used to combine anyone, if any one of the statement is true, then it will be written the it will be performing the operation. Not means nothing but, so if it is true consider, we are receiving the output false. So in the same way, in operator is also used. So in operator is used to compare the value list of literal values. So like operator is used to compare the value. Okay, and exist operator is you also used to performing the comparison between also like that. Okay, now we try to see. So these examples now. Okay, and seasonal already we are discussed, unique is not discussed. So we try to discuss one by one. So first of all, we try to see arithmetic operators. Clear screen. Okay, for example, uh, select 4 plus 5 from jewel. Okay, so here we are directly using the addition. Okay, in the same way, here we are using 45 minus 4 subtraction. In the same way, here we are using multiplication also. So subtraction also. Okay. So in the same type of way, here we are using. Hello. Hello. Is it my voice is audible? Okay, okay. We can continue. I continue my session. Okay. In this type of way, we are performing the arithmetical operations. So in the same way, here we are using, for example, here 55 percentage 5. Okay, invalid operator. So sorry. Okay, we try to use remaining operators. They are equal to. So we are already using the equal to, am right? For example, select star from EMP where salary equal to, am right? So we are already using the equal to. Okay, and here we are already using the greater than, less than. Okay, so less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, just to try to see some examples. Okay, for example, here how many number of tables are existing in a particular user account? How you know this? Select star from tab, it will be display. So how many tables are existed in this particular database? For example, select star from stu. Okay, select star from stud1. Okay, if you are observe here, so 5 records are there. Okay, so for example, if we want to display select star from EMP, so where sal greater than or equal to 20,000. So almost all of the things, for example, here we are giving 30,000. Invalid table name. Okay, okay. Select star from. So what's the table name here? Here consider stu. I'm right. Sorry, EM. The table name is EM. If you are observing here, by using greater than or equal to, we are using the display. Am right? So in the same way, here we are using double equal to also. So there is no need to double equal to, equal to. So there is actually no 30,000. Okay, if you giving the 34,000. Okay. So in the same way, we can use the not equal to also. For example, so which salary is not matched with the 34, only those are displayed. Okay, and here we are using less than, greater than also. So that is also doing this. So that means here less than and greater than symbol treated like as a not equal to. Okay, so these type of operations are we are done in the last classes also. Okay, hello. Yeah, so in this type of we are using different types of comparison operators. So next one is the logical operators, and are not, any, between, exists. So we try to see some of them. Okay, for example, select star from em. Okay, so then it will be display the total table. So we try to add alter table name. What's the table name? Em. Add. Okay, dept worker of 20. So we are adding one column to the existing table. Okay, okay, so first of all we try to see the table. So here I am using slash to run the previous command. At the same time, I'm using setline size command. So whenever the column length is not proper, then we can use the setline size command. Am I right? Okay, now we try to update this. So how to we are update more number of rows at a time? Update table name set. So what we are set here, dept equal to ampersand dept, where, so where to be we are update here. So employee number, required employee number. I'm right. So ampersand employee number. So first of all, department CSC. So employee number one. Okay, one row is updated. Again, I'm using slash department ACE. Employee number two. So again, I'm using department CSC. Okay, employee number three. So in the same way, department ACA. Okay, employee number four. So in the same way, here I'm using slash again. So what's the table name? So department. So here I'm giving triple A, employee number five. Okay. So that means here we are updating all rows. Okay. So now if I want to display, for example, what is my condition is who are working in the CSC and who are working in the CSC and here we are try to giving lives in the Yelur. Okay, for example, that is our condition. Select star. I want just names only. So select ename from em, where, okay, where address equal to Elur and salary greater than 20,000. Only triple A. Why? Because here the address is matched with the Yellow only 1%. I'm right. So in the same way here, we try to change this. DEPT equal to CSC. So here if you observe, so greater than 20,000, but work than more than one department. So both are true. Okay. So if both are satisfied only, we are able to giving the output. So for example, here, if you are performing the condition, so this is greater than 30,000. Okay, then only triple C is there. So why? Because only greater than 30,000 will be accepted. Okay, so that means here also we are based upon the two conditions, based upon the logical way. Am I right? Okay, next one. Okay, next one, R. So we can use any one of them. So that means, so whether the department name equal to CSC or greater than 30,000. No problem. So then display more than one. So why? Because all of the salaries greater than 30,000. So that's why. So selecting that one. Okay. In the case of previous one, and both are true. So that means consider department equal to CSC and salary greater than 10,000. But in the last case here, based upon any one of the condition R. Okay. So next not department equal to CSC, but not sal greater than sorry, not means here we are using only logical. So we will try to see later. Okay. So up to now we are discussing about please wait here 1 minute. Okay, up to now we are discussing about and R. Okay. Here we are not using directly not. So not exists or not in or not between like that. Okay, we'll try to see between also. Okay. Select a names from em where sal between 20,000 and 40,000. So here between use it to display. So whose salaries is between the particular range. So 20 to 40,000 only two pupil. So those are triple A and triple B. I'm right. So in the same way here we are using not between also. Triple C, triple D, triple E is not between that specified range. Okay. Okay. So up to now we're discussing about logical operators also. Now we try to see in and not in. Okay, exists, not exists, any and all. Okay, we try to see with some examples. In the last class also I'm saying about one thing. So that is, so you directly go for to the Google and type SQL commands here. Okay, when you press like this, so you see the W3 schools. You can select here we are required command. Okay, for example, I don't know how to delete the rows. So delete from table name where it is condition. And here we are consider one table. And here you try to customer name equal to Alfred's Futter cassette. So that row will be deleted. I want to delete that. Okay. So at this time of situation, how I write the query according to this one. So delete from what's the table name? So what's the table name? For example, sample database. Okay, na? Solution from the customers table. So delete from customers table where condition is okay. In this type of a here we are using this. Okay, different types of queries we are practice from different types of sites. So better we try to practice more number of commands. Okay, and another one we try to discuss about the order by also. For example, if I want to display, for example, select star from em. Okay, so if I want to display the names of the employees, select name from EM. Am I right? So if these names are displayed in the ascending order, so of course these are already in ascending order. So then I'm using order by ASC, order by ename. So that means how we are adding, how we are performing the order by ename. So then also displaying the same order. For example, if we are displaying order by sal, order by sal is also in the ascending order. Am I right or not? So for example, if you want to display descending order, select ename from EM, order by ename DES. Okay. In the same way, order by sal DES, that means descending. Okay. If we want to display the salary also, so you can observe here. Okay. So this is the descending. So if you are remove this, so default it will be ascending. Okay. This is about order by. Okay, please note down this if you hang the possibility. So now don't worry if you are not having the chance to note down the queries. So I will try to explain next time. Okay, better you try to just write what we are explaining now. Just for example, order by. Okay, in so between like this. Okay. So now try to see some other one. So here in, so in operator allows us to specify multiple values where class. So if you observe here, for example, okay, if you observe here, select star from customers where country in. So where country in, so match with, so this one. So only those are displayed. So now we are also using the same thing. Select star from EM. Okay, whose address in Elur and Rajahmundry. So our department. Okay, select ename from EM where DEPT in. Okay, so then here we should be giving the department name CSC, ECE, okay, triple E. Okay, here observe here. So I think here we are giving total names, right? So here you try to remove one. Okay. So next one, here we are discussing about distinct. So what is a distinct? So whenever we are based upon more than a duplicated value, so then it will be removed. Okay, so just you try to see, select star from EM, am I right? Select dname, sorry, select DEPT from EM. Okay, if you are observe here, CSC occurred 2 times and EC occurred 2 times, triple E occurred only 1 time. Okay, if you want to reduce the duplicated entry, then using the distinct, select distinct from table name. If you observe here, EC is only 1 time, CSC is only 1 time, and EC is also 1 time. Okay. So now we try to discuss about uh, aggregate operations in SQL. So we try to discuss aggregate operations, count, average, sum, minimum and maximum. So these are the main functions. Okay, just we try to see now. Aggregate functions. Okay, in the exam point of view also this is important. Aggregate functions are used to perform calculations. Okay, aggregate functions are used to perform calculations. Okay, so here we are using count, average, minimum, maximum, okay, sum, count, average, minimum, maximum. Fifth one is sum. So these are the functions actually. So how we are using this? Select sum of sal from jewel. If you write the query like this, then it will be performing the calculation on the salary. Okay. Yeah, select sum of sal from what's the table name? EM. So we try to see once. So let's start from EM. If you observe here, 23,000 and 34,000. So like this. Okay. So in the same way, select. So who is having the highest salary? Select max of sal from EM. 55,000 is the highest salary. So then what is the low? So by using min function. Okay. So up to now we are discussing sum, count, average. So next minimum. Okay, average. So what is the meaning of average? So combine all these things and divided by how many are there. So here we are consider 5 things and the total is 2 lakhs 1,000. Okay, we try to see average. Select AVG of salary. Okay, if you're having any type of the doubts, you can ask me personally. Okay, so up to now we're discussing about select, count, average, minimum, and maximum. Okay, how many number of rows in your table? Select, count of. Okay, well, we can count anything. So for example, ename here, ename from em 5. So that means, so we can use the same syntax for 5 functions: sum, count, average, minimum, and maximum. Okay. We're already discussing about the between. Okay. So we try to discuss joins in the next class. So we're all discussing about the order by. So group by is also discussed in the next class. Okay. All. So we try to see once. Any and all. So this is the syntax for uh, any or all. Okay. So what is the purpose of any? And all operators used to perform the comparison operator in a single column value and range of other values. So that means, so when we are consider compare the column itself, then we are based upon to these two. Okay. Select all column names from table name where condition. Okay. Okay. Let's try to discuss about unique. So for example, so we're already using the primary key. So the purpose of using the primary key is unique data values are maintained in the table. Am I right? So that means, so it is not accepting the duplicate values. But so even though you are creating the primary key, but it is accepting the duplicate key values. Why? Because here the type of field is not having the unique. So if you are maintaining the unique, for example, just to try to see, select star from EM. Okay. Okay. Okay, up to now we are discussing about so many functions. So better you try to practice from here. Okay. So in the next class we try to discuss about the remaining queries. Okay. Order by is already discussed. So null values already we are discussed. Is null or is not null. Am I right? So count average sum. So and next one is the like. So what is the purpose of like? So for example, maybe, so just we try to change the names. Update, what's the table name? EM and set ename equal to ampersand ename where e number equal to ampersand e number. For example, ename. So what's the ename? For example, Akash, for whom one. Okay. So in the same way, second one, Mahesh slash ename Mahesh. Okay, e number 2. So next one slash value for ename Pawan. Okay, e number is 3. So next one ename, for example, here we are consider Balu. Okay, employee number 4 and ename. So for example, Prabhas, employee number 5. So I just give my own names. Select star from EM. So if you are observe here, Akash, Mahesh, Pavan, Balu, Prabhas. Okay, so all these are the names. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, I will try to display the names. So whose name is start with, for example, M letter. Okay, so select star from, sorry, select ename from EM where ename like, okay, where ename like M%. So then it will be displayed with the Mahesh. So that means here, this means like will be identify the pattern. Okay, so where ename is like the particular pattern, then it will be displayed that content from the database. So in the same way here, we can give the percentage H. So that means, so which string is added end with the H letter? So Akash and Mahesh. Okay. In the same way here, we can give the P, Pavan and Prabhas. Okay, whose name is end with the S letter, Prabhas. Okay. So in this type of way, we can identify the names. So that means by using like. So in the same way here, we are giving like this also. For example, so P dash, not dash, underscore. Okay. For example, W. So no was selected actually. So Pavan, I'm right. A, A dash and no was selected. Okay, we will try to see. Okay, I hope all of the members able to understood. So how we are using the like also. Okay, and we are already using the between. So remaining things maybe need some time to discuss about that. So at present the time is not enough to discuss about this. If having any type of the possibility, better you try to practice all these queries. Okay, so in the next class also we try to practice some queries. Okay, uh, thank you everyone. So if you having any type of the doubts, you can ask me now. Otherwise, we can end the session today. I'm already mentioned one thing. So that is, I can access only starting letter like a. Then sir, can't understood. I can access only starting letter like a. Okay. So we can using the command is like this. Select star from EM. Okay. Whose name is start with Akash, right? Select ename from EM where ename like. Okay, so A%. Akash, I hope 507 is clear. I can access only starting letter like A. Okay, so if it is end with some, so then we can using after percentage. Okay, for example, whose name is end with S letter, whose name is end with S letter. So then how we can giving this percentages. Okay, and so just to try to see here, like, so how we are using the like, where customer name like finds any value that start with A%, ends with A, so percentage A. Okay, where customer name like finds any values or any position, so then percent or percent. Okay, so if we are giving like this, for example, maybe so whose name is start with A letter and whose name is end with H letter. Okay, so then we can give like this. For example, maybe here A%, am right? A% and sorry, yeah, it's right. A% and percent H. So Akash. So that means, so A% means starting with A letter. Percentage H means end with H letter. Okay. So if you are giving like this, for example, maybe where customer name like dash R percentage, find any values that have R in the second position. So for example, K is the second position, am I right? K is the second position. So K percent, Akash. Okay. In the same way, so find any values to start with A and are at least two characters in the length. Okay, so then also we can use like this. So for example, A% means, so we can use like this, A%. Akash. Okay. So in this type of way, we can learn practice so many queries from the websites. That is the best way to improve our queries practice. Okay. If you're having any doubt with the dots, you can ask me personally also. So otherwise, you can ask me now. So don't worry about that. So my end the session today. My end the session. Okay. I try to unmute yourself. So then you can ask me if you're having any doubt with the dots. So no one is respond to me. So that's not correct. So my end the session. So from the Monday onwards, we will try to discuss about the third unit. Okay, or we try to practice some necessary queries. Okay, we already discussed what is a primary key, what is a foreign key. Okay, and how we are set the constraints. Okay, how we are combine the tables, and we try to discuss some important queries like joins, group by having. Okay, like this, any, all exists. So we try to practice some of the queries. Okay. Next, we try to enter into the third unit. May I end the session now? Thank you. Thank you, Anand.